Hello and welcome to the program. This edition of Newsroom series covering Nigeria's South-South. I am Bukola Koka. The Cross River State House of Assembly has passed a vote of no confidence on its Speaker, Right Honorable Elbert Anyambiem. The Speaker was impeached on Wednesday by 17 out of 25 members of the House over allegations of misappropriation of funds. The impeachment motion was moved by Honorable Effiong Ekarika, representing Calabar South constituency, and seconded by Honorable Omang Charles Omang, representing Bekwara State constituency. Right Honorable Elbert Anyambiem was elected Speaker of the 10th Cross River State House of Assembly in June 2023. Reacting to today's developments, the impeached Speaker says the process did not follow due process, citing illegality. According to him, what happened during the plenary when Honorable Effiong Ekarika, a member representing Calabar South 1, disrupted the session by inviting hoodlums to enter the chamber is a ridiculous charade with no constitutional basis. He says the impeachment and replacement are speculative, and the general public is urged to disregard fake news and dismiss any notion of a crisis.
Calabar South was 51. Based on that, I want to invoke Section 92, Sub 2C, for the removal of the Speaker of the Federal State. That's it. I think
And now to Edo State, the Consul General of the United States Consulate Lagos, Will Stevens, says the U.S. is committed to partnerships with the Edo State government aimed at fostering growth in the areas of common interest. Mr. Stevens made the commitment during a courtesy call on Governor Godwin Obaseki at the Government House in Benin City, the state capital. While pledging support for sectors including arts and culture, health, ICT, he also signified interest in the forthcoming September 21 governorship election in the state. In his remarks, Mr. Obaseki explained that the campaigns for the September polls by the ruling People's Democratic Party, PDP, will be based on the achievements recorded by his administration over the last 7.5 years.
We brought a team of people from across our mission because our relationship with the state is deep and broad. From our engagement in the health sector, to our engagement with civil society, to support for the private sector and investments and trade between our peoples, and our deep cultural ties. I was able to see just this morning some of the bronzes that were returned from the Smithsonian and to see how they're being cared for and talk about some of the plans for their display eventually. So it's an incredibly important part of Nigeria and a place with which we have deep relations. And as we look forward to the upcoming elections, just to hear a bit about the plans for the elections and how that will play out. And we, of course, are planning on setting a team here with the by-elections in September.
We're trying to shift the political debate from just, oh, it's my turn, to whether you're going to go far, whether you're going to go far, whether you get there, and how do I make sure I can hold you to your promises. So I think so far, we have to beat our chest. We've done well. Some other people don't feel so. We've done well. We're a lot more confident about what's going on in the state. We've been able to, at least we can measure in terms of security. If you have time tonight, walk around the streets and see how free people feel. And how we've been able to capture and reduce incidents of crime and crime in the South. And here again, using technology. We have behind Government House, we have a command and control center, where we have cameras linked, linking most the entries and exit points for the city.
And still in Edo State, the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, has inaugurated the newly completed electricity injection substation in Amufi, Ikwabalka local government area in Benin City, the state capital. The 1x15 MVA 33/11 kV electricity project, solely built by the NDDC, will be handed over to the Benin Electricity Distribution Company, NDDC to boost electricity supply in Edo State.
It's a celebration-packed atmosphere in Amufi, Ikpoba, Oha local government area of Edo State as the Managing Director of the Niger Delta Development Commission, Samuel Ogboku, leads other officials to inaugurate the electricity injection substation in the area. For over 4 years, Amufi and its environs have been in perpetual darkness following a breakdown of power generation and distribution facilities in the area. This electricity substation, which has been certified by the Nigeria Electricity Management Services Agency, will no doubt improve energy requirements of Amufi residents and surrounding communities.
The economic value of this particular substation is that the electricity to Amufi and other adjoining communities will also increase the productivity in business for companies and artisans around this environment.
Let me sincerely, on behalf of the Edo people, appreciate the Managing Director for delivering on this impactful project that will see to power stability around Amufi, Ihueniro, Iguomo, Enya, and its environment. We are grateful indeed.
The NDDC is seeking the people's support as it sets out to complete and put to use viable projects across the 9 states of the Niger Delta region.
As we have been instructed by Mr. President under the renewed hope agenda of bringing back hope to the people, the President has directed us that every ongoing project of the NDDC and abandoned projects must be finished and put into use for the benefit of the people.
We know that by the grace of God, if all support given to you, you will turn this Niger Delta state to a very, very lovely state in line with the renewed mandate.
On behalf of the governor, I want to appreciate
Governor Godwin Obaseki, who's represented by the Commissioner for Energy, appreciates the NDDC's efforts to improve the welfare of residents, promising to work with the Commission to make the substation productive.
for us as a state, we now have a commission, a regulatory commission, which the arts have empowered the state government to now have their commission and agencies. So by the grace of God, this project will not die. We can assure you this project will generate more revenue and also expand this community.
He then commissions the electricity injection substation, after which Mr. Ogboku unveils the project plaque. This electricity substation adds to over 2,300 urban and rural electricity projects so far delivered by the NDDC, a testament to the renewed zeal by the current management to keep churning out people-oriented projects.
Away from Edo State now, the people of Omerelu community in Ikwere local government area of Rivers State have hailed the Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, for the delivery of solar-powered streetlights in their community. The people of Omerelu gave the commendation during the inauguration of the solar-powered streetlight project, saying their community is now safe at night.
Omerelu, a community in Ikwere local government area of Rivers State which shares a border with Imo State, is agog as residents roll out their drums in celebration as the Niger Delta Development Commission inaugurates solar-powered streetlights. The reason for the celebration is not far-fetched, as the community has been without electricity for years, leading to perpetration of crimes at night.
Our community at night, before this NDDC donation of this street light, it's a no-go area. It's always dark, seriously dark.
We can walk freely on the road. We can go to our various churches activities in the evening without having any problem.
The Rivers State representative on the NDDC governing board, Tony Okocha, who drew the attention of the commission to the plight of Omerelu people, is happy that the project is delivered in record time and according to specification. He says the current board is determined to deliver people-tailored projects.
The team we have today in NDDC is a team that is resolved to better the loss of the Niger Delta people. We are 6 months old by the end of this month, and in this our own board, we agreed that we are going to write our name in the sands of history, to the glory of God and to the benefit of the people.
To commission the project is the Delta State representative on NDDC governing board, Monday Iguya.
The protection of this property is a request for more to come. If they destroy what they have gotten from a big, good benevolence, you can imagine that nothing good will come again. Because our society are always very good at destroying government properties, believing that it's everybody's property. This time around, we are having a complete new narrative. Protect what you've gotten.
The NDDC Managing Director recently speaks on the importance of Operation Light Up Niger Delta.
It is an ongoing project. We are not going to stop. We have covered lots of communities, but we know there are still many more communities to be covered. Today, we believe it's a very, very successful project because right now, many more communities have even requested for them to benefit from this Operation Light Up the Niger Delta.
Out of the 52 solar-powered streetlights project in Rivers State, the NDDC has so far completed and inaugurated 3 of such projects, with Omerelu community the latest to be commissioned.
And still to come on the program, Edo State, rather Cross River State gets our attention again, as this time the state government appeals for patience, saying developmental projects are in the offing in different parts of the state. We'll have details of that story and more coming your way after this time out. Join us again. Welcome back. A group of Ogoni people from Kana local government area of Rivers State is demanding the immediate revocation of the contracts for the reconstruction of the internal roads and general hospital in Bori, its headquarters. The people, under the name Kana Patriotic Stakeholders and Professionals Forum, describe as appalling the abandonment of the projects beyond the deadline, despite government's claim of uninterrupted funding. They want the contractors probed.
Bori, the headquarters of Kana local government area of River State and traditional headquarters of the Ogoni people, was planned to be a viable city in the old master plan of the state. Many decades later, the master plan remains a dream. The immediate past administration of Nyesom Wike at different times awarded the contract for the reconstruction of the Bori General Hospital and its internal roads. Years after the award of the contract of the hospital facility, and nearly 1 year after the award of the internal roads project, which was meant to be delivered in 6 months, both have added to the worry of the people. Governor Similaye Fubara recently inspected the projects and expressed disappointment at the lack of progress.
This project was awarded before my assumption in office, but I did the 2 payments for this project. The value of this project is about 6 point something billion. So I'm surprised where somebody will say that we're not interested in completing this project for my senatorial district. It's even more worrisome that after the money I paid in December, that the contractor did not move into site.
His opinion prompted the decision of this group, the Kana Patriotic Stakeholders and Professional Forum, to undertake their own on-the-spot assessment of the project, and they share the governor's sentiments.
The present governor released money for the project. And by assessment, what we have seen today, if you check what they have done, it's not even up to 500 million. So we are worried. But I didn't believe that the contractor should return to site because the governor have asked that for more than 1 week. The contractor said, okay, come to site. Then they drop one equipment and nobody see him around here again. So I appeal that the governor should revoke the contract immediately and award the contract to competent company so that kind of people can enjoy.
In view of their assessment, they pledged their support to review previously awarded contracts that have either failed to meet the deadline or are likely to miss it.
And we commend the current governor, Sim Fubara, for already directing the Attorney General to set up a commission of inquiry to look into the finances and diversion, misappropriation of government properties and funds. So we want to say that we, kind of professionals, we shall present a paper at that panel of inquiry to demand for the Ogoni funds, because that fund, a good chunk of it belongs to the Kana people.
The contractors handling these projects may just have two options: to either return to site or get set to face a panel of inquiry being set up by the Rivers State government.
Workers at the Victor Atta International Airport have embarked on a peaceful protest demanding the review of their conditions of service, terminal benefits for workers, among others. The National Union of Airport Transport Employees, NUATE, Air Transport Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, ATSAN, as well as other unions, stormed the airport carrying placards with inscriptions such as "Akpabio's approved pension, don't deny us, because review is always upward, not downward." Addressing the press, the NUATE chairman, Mr. Okeme Utuk, berated the airport management for drafting a condition of service for workers without their representation at the review meeting.
This action is a joint action of the two unions that is existing in this place, though we have others coming. In 2021, we did a condition of service, a review of condition of service, rejecting that of 220 that was done by the head of service with the head of admin, because unions were not involved. So in summary, what we want is the one that is agreed by the union, by that tripartite committee that was involving union, is what we stand for. That's what we want. Any other document will resist it. As he has said, this one is just a peaceful protest. In some days, if our demand is unmet, we'll shut down this place.
Head of the Civil Service, Mr. Ifyong Isang, explains the state government's position on the matter, providing assurance that the state government is genuinely committed to the welfare of workers in the state.
Staff union wrote to us about the condition of service. And the fact is that the condition of service of the company was brought before the head of service in 2020 for ratification. That's the reviewed condition of service was brought in 2020 for ratification. And as the process demands, we set up a committee that looked into the submission, along with the management of the airport. And at this stage, it was expected that the management had engaged, the workers to know what may be required or what their demands may be in the reviewed documents. Thereafter, we had concluded the work and sent it out for adoption by the management of the airport. The union wrote to us that they were not involved, they were not engaged. We said, okay, we have already done the document, sending memorandum that we can look into it and see whatever amendment can still be done.
And in neighboring Cross River State, the government is appealing for patience from residents of all the 18 local government areas as a facelift will be extended to all areas of the state. Speaking in Calabar, the state capital, the Commissioner for Local Government Affairs explains that the state government has embarked on several projects to attract development. According to the Commissioner, Governor Otu's administration is committed to ensuring that Cross River State wears a new look.
Different streets in Calabar, the Cross River State capital, are undergoing rehabilitation. Others wear a new look, making it more accessible for both motorists and commuters. Various mechanics in Calabar have struggled with low patronage because of the ongoing road project, as workshops record low activities.
Our business now is very hard and everything are going down, like the kind of time that we used to have work like customer, get more customer before. So I don't think business is moving.
However, drivers appear to be getting better deals as commuters and motorists praise Governor Basir Otu for the rehabilitation work.
The road was bad. It wasn't a very fine place for a person to drive. If you can drive from here to 8 miles, it was very, very bad. But now we can see what Prince Otu is doing, that we can drive now. There is no call-up. Everywhere is clean.
Our roads, potholes, almost all parts of the state capital, and we saw him attending to them immediately. So majority of the potholes have all been fixed. Some streets have been rehabilitated, new streets, have been created, So all of these things are little things that we were expecting, and we are seeing them happening.
The Commissioner for Local Government Affairs, Mr. Felix Idem, elaborates on the measures put in place by the administration to transform the state.
If we don't do it, we don't tell you. But if you go to the streets, you go to the villages, you go to everywhere, you notice that a lot is happening. Roads are being opened, water, lights. Some places they've started opening from bigger places for agriculture, for plantation of any type. Very soon, it's going to be a wonder. So I said to Cross Riverians, thank you for bringing on board a man that has the fear of God. Thank you for bringing on board a great son that God has given to all of us to put in place some measures that will develop this state beyond everybody measure.
The state government has emphasized the importance of collaboration with the people to build sustainable development.
And on that hopeful note, we end the program today. Thank you for watching. We invite you to join us again, same time tomorrow, when we'll bring you another edition covering a different region of the country. I am Bukola Koka. Bye for now.